All right, let's start with India's strike bowler who can't strike, as that story said. Ravichandran Ashwin. Dada, over 400 deliveries, not a single wicket. Over 400 deliveries in international cricket. In fact, you have to go back 88 overs. He picked 1 wicket. Why is Ravichandran Ashwin still in the team? Is there cricketing logic in that?
Yeah, he's got to get his performance right. If you remember the test match in Wanderers, when we spoke after the test match, we said that Ravichandran Ashwin will have to play an important part if he's got to be India's premier spinner, especially in overseas conditions. You know, there have been a lot of spinners in Indian cricket who've spun and got heaps of wickets in turning pitches in India, but the real quality of a spinner is when you go abroad and bowl. We saw Ravindra Jadeja getting past him in the test match after getting 5 wickets in Durban, but yes, his poor form has continued. I also feel whether it's necessary to actually play 2 spinners in New Zealand.
But Dada, would you drop him after this extended a run? Would you have dropped him from your team? Because you're probably doing more damage. More damage to his confidence.
No, I wouldn't have played him in the first game in any case at the start of the series, because in these conditions you don't need 2 spinners. I think Ravindra Jadeja is your frontline spinner, and I think with his performance in South Africa, he deserves to play ahead of Ravichandran Ashwin. I know Ravichandran Ashwin can bat, but I'm a firm believer that if your top 7 batsmen can't do it in one-day cricket, your 8th batsman cannot. And looking at the way the Indian bowling is, you actually need 4 or 5 strike bowlers, because the way we have played one-day cricket in the last 6-7 months, we must have given more than 300 runs in 80-85% of the one-day games. So I think you need to look after at the bowling, because it becomes really hard on the batting unit to keep chasing 7 and 7.5 and over every time they walk out to bat, and it's never easy. So India needs to get the bowling right. As I said, I'm a firm believer that if the top 7 can't do it, the next 4 cannot. And they will have to make sure that they play their best bowlers. And at the present moment, in these conditions, I don't think Ravichandran Ashwin is your best bowler. India need to have a look at Stuart Binney at number 8, or might as well play another genuine seamer. Play Varun Arun. You've got Sami, you've got Ishant Sharma, you've got Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Might as play Varun Arun at number 8, because I don't think a batsman at number 8 can make a difference. India need to restrict New Zealand to a gettable score, because the New Zealand bowling attack is not flash. They don't have a Bond who's finished. Adam Mills, he's quick, but he's not a Shane Bond. He's injured and out of the tour. So when you look at Kyle Mills, when you look at Team Saudi, when you look at McLaughlin, when you look at Anderson, you feel that India can get anything between 5.5 and 6 and over. But moment it gets to 8, 7.5, then life becomes difficult for the Indian batting.
It absolutely does.
Find his good 5 bowlers who will actually control the New Zealand batting at the present moment.
That's a fair point you raised, but let's hear from Mahendra Singh Dhoni as to what he thinks about Ashwin's performances recently.
To use Ashwin because he's got a bit more variation, at the same time putting more pressure on him, because you know he's someone who thinks a bit more compared to Jadeja. So you know, also you have to see when he's bowling, and I'm using him in power play. I think I'm quite happy with how he has been bowling, and it's just that you know, if I try to use him more up front, you know, he'll be slightly less expensive.